Hey, Dr. Powell here. As we're gearing up for our 9th year anniversary, Pastor has been ministering on divine manifestations and witnessing God's promises in our lives. This year's theme for our anniversary is Divine Promises, the prophetic push. Now, let's witness how God is birthing the new in the lives of our members.
Hey Divine Family, this is Overseer Diamond Hickman, and I've come to share with you the things that the Lord has allowed to manifest in my life. So back in 2021 is when I fully gave God my yes. I didn't know what that was going to come with, but I decided that I was going to serve the Lord, not even knowing what would come next. Later that did come next, I lost my job, and I also decided to go back to school, which was totally unexpected. Didn't know how things were going to get paid, didn't know what I was going to do next, but the Lord saw fit. And so I was able to go to Virginia State, Hale State, and I went back to school because I had left in 2018, went back to school, and I finished, y'all. So 2024 is the year where the promise was clearly revealed and how all things work together for those that love the Lord and serve the Lord. So 2024, the start of the year, I got blessed with a debt-free car, y'all. That means no loans, no nothing, just debt-free, okay? So the Lord blessed me with a debt-free car, and I shout out to my mama and Didi because they were my biggest support. They saw fit. The Lord placed me on their hearts, and I was blessed. That was far beyond anything I could have ever imagined. And then with my school, I got handpicked to go to 2 social work conferences that were paid free as well. I was on leadership positions at Virginia State, and then that followed with my degree in social work, my BSW, to all the social workers out there. And after that, and I did graduate with a 4.0. I know everyone wants me to talk about that, but it's so much more. Like in that journey, God really showed me who He was. If I followed Him, if I followed His voice, that's how I was able to obtain it all, because I followed His voice. And everyone asked me after graduation, Diamond, what's next? What's next? I didn't know, but what I did know is that I was going to follow God and I was going to hear His voice. So that led me to my career, where I work in the substance abuse field, which is a field I never thought I would be in, but it is such a joy and the gift to just pour into those every single day. So now, y'all, I got some credentials behind my name, okay? Because the Promise Keeper kept His promise, okay? So this entire journey taught me how there is a promise that He has for His children. And so anything that I would say to encourage anyone that may be going through a waiting period or waiting season is to know that it's better to wait for the promise that comes for the Promise Keeper than to try to rob and take a shortcut to get to the promise, but the Promise Keeper may not be there. So what I really stood on was the story of Moses and how he just always listened to God's voice. And so that's kind of what I had to do. I didn't know where it was going to come from, how it was going to get done, but I knew if He brought me this far, He wasn't going to leave me. And I had to realize Proverbs 3:5, that I couldn't lean on to my own understanding, but it was His understanding that was greater, and it was far more worth it. So continue to wait if you're in a waiting season, but even if you get what you have, even once the promise comes, continue to rejoice. Praise God, worship Him, because your praise is a weapon, your fasting is a weapon. Being before Him and serving Him with all of you is what He desires. So just live your life for Jesus and watch what that does. I love you all.